Good morning, grade 8. That's a skeletal system, structure, function, and disorder. I hope you studied the last part of the last session. Okay, I will remember you what we have said. We said before that the skeletal system made up of two parts. Part responsible for protection and called the axial skeleton, and the other one responsible for movement and called appendicular skeleton. The one responsible for protection, the skull, protect the brain. The vertebral column inside protect the spinal cord, and your ribs or rib cage protect inside the lungs and the heart. And the other part responsible for movement, okay, and called appendicular skeleton. Okay, this appendicular skeleton is made up of your forelimbs, okay, connected with your shoulder girdle, and your hind limbs, which is your legs, connected to your pelvic girdle. Okay, from this skeleton, what you can say about the structure of the skeletal system? It's made up of bones. Excellent. But how these bones are connected together? These bones are connected together through a tissue called ligaments. These bones are connected together through a tissue called ligaments. At the end of each bone, there is another tissue called cartilage. Again, so what can we say about the structure of the skeletal system? We can say that the skeletal system made up of three parts: bones, ligaments, and cartilage. Again, bones, ligaments, and cartilage. Okay, bones. If we talk about the bones, do you think bones are living or non-living? Of course, they are living. Why they are living? Because they are growing up, right? Just when we grow, our bones grow too. So they are living structure. Also, they are supplied with blood vessels. Okay, that's another evidence that they are a living structure, supplied with blood vessels. Okay, how many bones do we have? Actually, we have 206 bones. We have 206 bones. But when we were first born, when we were newborn, we have 300 bones. So what happened? These small bones fused together and finally became 206 bones. Okay? Talking about another structure, which is the ligament. The ligaments, actually, that's a flexible connective tissue, functional for connect bone to bone. If we turn the page here, you will find that all bones are connected together. How all these bones in our skeleton connected together? By the ligaments. So ligaments connect bone to bone. That's the function of the ligaments. What about the cartilage? The cartilage, that's a structure found at the end of the bones, allow bones to move smoothly across each other. So we have in the structure of the skeletal system, it made up of bones, made up of ligaments, and it made up of cartilage. Excellent. Going to the next part, if we talk about what is the structure of a bone, one bone itself. What is the structure of a bone? Bones are made up of three structures. They are made up of minerals, they are made up of connective tissues, and they are made up of marrow. What's meant by minerals? Minerals, I mean here the calcium. When we eat food high in calcium, what happens? This calcium from your digestive system goes to your blood, and from your blood through a type of cells called osteoblasts, take this calcium and deposit them into the bones. So, what is the importance of calcium? Gives bones strength, okay, and make bones much stronger and harder. So the minerals, I mean by the minerals here, the calcium. What is the importance of the calcium? Gives bone strength. Okay, How these calcium get into our bones? From your digestive system to your blood. Okay, and from your blood through a kind of cells called the osteoblast, take the calcium from the blood and deposit them into the bones. Then the connective tissue. The connective tissues inside our bones are made up of a special protein called collagen. What is the function of the collagen? Gives bones flexibility and allow bones to withstand knocks and bumps. Allow bones to withstand knocks and bumps. So it couldn't be broken down just like china cup. Okay, help you to withstand knocks and bumps. So when you knock your bones, they do not break down. They won't break down. Why? Because they're made up of collagen, which gives bone flexibility and allow them to withstand any knocks and bumps. Then the marrow. The marrow, that's a soft tissue found at the middle of the bone. Found at the middle of a bone. Actually, we have two kinds of marrow. We have the red bone marrow, functional for the production of blood cells, and the yellow bone marrow, functional for storing fat. Okay, once again, if we talk about a single bone made up of minerals, made up of connective tissue, and made up of marrow. Minerals such as calcium. What is the importance of calcium? Makes bone harder and much stronger. Okay, how can calcium get into our bone? Through a special cells called the osteoblast. These osteoblasts take the calcium from the blood and deposit them into the bones. Okay, and a connective tissue. The connective tissue made up of special protein called collagen. What is the importance of collagen? Gives bone flexibility and allow them to withstand any knocks and bumps. Finally, the marrow. We have two kinds of marrow, the red bone marrow and the yellow bone marrow. The red bone marrow responsible for producing the blood cells, and the yellow bone marrow responsible for storing fat. Okay, if we turn the page 19, and we saw here. Okay, you can see here the structure of a single bone. A structure of a single bone made up of here an outer layer called compact layer, and a second layer. These compact layer contain a lot of deposition of calcium, and then the spongy bone. The spongy bone with open spaces to give bone lightweight, and then these compact bone with the special canals, okay, which supply the bones with oxygen and nutrients. Okay, and here in the middle there is a marrow. Okay, the marrow is responsible for the marrow two types, the red and the yellow bone marrow, and here is the cartilage and the ligaments. Thank you, grade 8, very much for watching. Okay, and wait for the next video. We will talk about how do our bones grow, and the types of joints, and finally the disorders associated with our skeletal system.